Hi friends, John from Saleosaurus here, and it's time for a trip to Louisiana Card Con. This time we're in Gonzales, Louisiana at the Lamar Dixon Center. I've been here before for the same event, but it was at a smaller building. They actually doubled their size. Over 500 tables at this event. Let's check it out. Now I got here about an hour and a half after the doors opened, and the crowd had not died down at all from what I could tell. The last one of these events that I recorded at, I got there before the doors opened, and I had to wait in line for quite a while to get in, but this time, no wait. I walked straight into this beautiful room full of amazing stuff. Now, just in case you don't know me, the primary things that I collect are non-sports cards and toys. So I went into this show knowing that it was going to be a lot more sports cards, Pokemon, other CCGs and stuff like that. Always a good idea to get eyes on the bathroom first thing. Now, I tried to get good coverage of all of the cool cards, not just the ones that I collected, so hopefully this time around you'll see a lot more good shots of cool old sports cards and beautiful Pokemon cards. I didn't wear my body cam like I usually do. I was going for a more focused coverage of the stuff that really grabbed my attention. I love seeing all of these old Pokemon sealed products. There's actually going to be quite a few more of those as we go along. Here we have Pickin' and Grinnin' Collectibles, good old standby, good friends of the channel. Always love seeing the amazing autographs that they have. Definitely a very unique booth. No one else has quite the selection of things that these guys do. Here we have our first appearance of some non-sports cards. This booth was great. They just had some really interesting properties, things I've never seen cards of before. Most importantly, a divider section just for Rose Tycho. We're eating good. Now you are going to see a lot of cards, and no matter how many cards I filmed at this event, it is not even close to a small percentage of half of the cards that were here. I'm talking booths and booths and booths of sports cards, Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh! They had Magic covered really well, as you'll see in a little bit. They even had an area set up for CCG tournaments that were running throughout the day, so it really feels like they're trying to step things up at this event and make it a true card convention, not just a room full of dealers. Another cool feature of this show, they have a table here that free stuff for the kiddies. I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want anybody to think I was pretending to be a kid, even though we all know what's in my heart. Here we have a really nice video game vendor. Great selection of vintage stuff. This is a vendor that I see a lot at local shows. They always have a great booth. And here's my first sighting of a Marvel card. I've never heard of Black Goat grading. Maybe that's just one I haven't run into yet. Here's some more of that old Pokemon product. I guess I can't call those sealed because they were just empty trainer boxes, but look at those old boosters, man. Brings me right back to, I guess, high school days. Holy cow. Now, the pickings for toys and comics were pretty slim. I think I ran into 3, maybe 4 booths that had comics, and only really one dedicated toy booth, which you'll see in just a little bit. Here was one of my favorite booths, and in fact, one that I ended up buying a lot of stuff from. I guess you'll have to stick it out till the end to see what I did bring home. They had a great selection of non-sports packs and complete sets, if you're into that, plus comics. Here we have definitely the best Magic booth. This is 504 MTG, run by some folks that I used to play cards with back in the day. They always have an incredible booth setup. Look at those dual lands. And then even better, we got power, folks. And it just keeps going. There's a case with some old World Championship decks. We have some more fancy cards there. Very, very pricey, very, very exciting Magic cards. Look at that whole row of Gaia's Cradles down there. I wish I had gotten better footage of that. Here we have a bit more of the old school classic style Pokemon cards. Those are the ones that really rile up my nostalgia here. And here we have some classic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Didn't really expect to feel those feelings about those cards, but it did get me. Alright, here's our only toy booth, but luckily it is a really good one. This is walking down memory lanes. Some folks that we see at a lot of local shows always have a great booth full of really cool stuff from all ages. And they also have their own toy store here in Gonzales. So if you check back in later, I will have a video walking through that store that you're gonna want to see. I promise. I always love their selection of vintage plush. Just have stuff that no other vendor has. And we wrap up my footage of Louisiana Card Con with a great shot of the column and a slow zoom on the concession stand. But that's not the end of the video. Check out my haul. Hey, thanks for sticking it out all the way to the end to see what I brought home from Louisiana Card Con over at the Lamar Dixon Center in Gonzales, Louisiana. I didn't actually come home with a whole lot of stuff this time around, but I do feel really good about the things that I did bring home. Just an overwhelming amount of cards available in that show. I don't even know if I captured enough of it for you to really get a scope of just how many vendors were there selling, sports cards, Pokemon, One Piece, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and even a fair amount of good old non-sports card vendors, including the one that I got the first items that I bought from, and that was these Rose Tycho cards from, let's see, I guess these two are from Star Wars The Last Jedi, and this one is from The Rise of Skywalker. I actually bought these because my friend Trey is a big Rose Tycho fan, and so I just thought it would be funny to bring him some roses for his rose garden. But I am actually going to end up keeping one of these just as a little memento of my time there. I really liked a lot of the stuff that vendor had. They had some non-sports cards that I don't think I've ever seen before, like the Vampire Diaries and Grimm. I have seen Supernatural before. I've seen like The Sopranos and stuff like that, but it was just cool to see a vendor that, you know, they weren't only the non-sports cards, but they were leaning into it heavy. So yeah, you know, I got these. I don't even know if I got a good deal on them, but it doesn't matter. I'm real happy with what I paid, and I probably spent too much time showing you Rose Tycho cards. Okay, so and then the next thing that I bought, which was much later in my time spent at the card show, was this box. It's a starter deck box of Middle Earth the Wizards. This is from a vendor that I've seen at a bunch of shows, and I always look at his stuff. It always feels a little more expensive than I want to pay for it, but I kept on coming back to these Middle Earth cards. I guess I'm gonna save going through these for like a full video. You know, maybe we'll explore this starter deck. I will show you one card though, the one that when I saw it in the box, I did. It made it to where I was definitely buying this box. So the card that I've been wanting to get one of these. This is the Pondering My Orb Saruman art. I don't know if maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. Probably depends how much time you spend on the internet. But you know, this is a pretty cool like meme artwork, and I thought it was awesome to have a card with that on there. So I did get a little bit better deal on the box than what the price was listed, but I did still probably overpay a little bit, but that's all right. I'm happy that I brought it home. And then at the same time, I finally bought one of these X-Men packs. Who made this thing? We're gonna open. Oh, it's Fleer and Skybox. Okay, so I've seen these packs a few times, probably from that same vendor, at different shows, and I just never wanted to pay for them. But I decided to just, hey, you know, what the hey, right? You only live once that we know of, so let's, you know, what's a few bucks? So I shelled out for this thing, and I'm gonna open this at the end of the video along with one other pack that has not been decided just yet. So then the bulk of my money that I spent at the show was on this box of these Topps Return of the Jedi cards. From Pickin' and Grinnin' Collectibles, and I actually ran out of these in my store stock not too long ago, so I had been wanting to get some more, and he gave them to me at a very fair price. So, you know, now I have some to open and some to sell, and you know, just some really cool cards. So thanks, Mike. In addition to the box of Star Wars cards, he also threw a bunch of stuff into the bag as we were going out. So we got some WCW, some Angry Birds, and some SpongeBob cards. So I think I'm gonna open one of these too, just because I'm real curious about that. So we'll set that on the side. So, you know, thanks again, Mike, for the hookup with the great price on the Star Wars cards and all the free goodies to open up. He even gave me more stuff that I don't even know what happened to it since it came into the house. But that's just what happens, you know. And then the last thing I bought, this was on the way out the door. I just thought this was funny. It's like Jesus is dunking on some guy, and you know, it's the year I don't think is accurate there, but you know, obviously this is not an official trading card, but I felt like the price was fine. You know, I got a cool, weird little Jesus dunking basketball card. All right, let's open this pack of SpongeBob cards, and then we'll finish it out with that X-Men pack. I don't really know a lot about SpongeBob. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of heresy in this day and age, but it just kind of missed me. I think it came out like a couple years after I was outside of the age that was, you know, you're normally expected to watch SpongeBob, but I can appreciate it for what it is. We got SpongeBob flipping a kick flip there. It's a very cool looking card. These are definitely, well, I say definitely, these are probably not officially licensed SpongeBob cards, if I had to guess. It says, don't put in mouth photo safety film. That is really strange. Okay. We have just, SpongeBob. I like the design here. We got the puzzle pieces kind of coming apart. And it's got that cool foil kind of shiny holographic finish on there. Also, do not put in mouth, but this is a different color, right? Yeah, whoa. Don't put in mouth still, though. Whatever you do. And then it looks like the last card we got is Patrick. And he's got the same back as SpongeBob. I think those are some cool looking cards. What else can I say about that? Okay, last pack. Last thing we're going to open here. Fleer X-Men cards with free Overpower cards included. Overpower is an old CCG. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know that I ever actually played it. But I've seen the cards. They're cool looking. So, we got, at the very least, we got 3 cool looking Overpower cards here. And then I guess we'll find out what else there is. See if this pack was worth $10. Okay, I already like that. We got Warbird / Ms. Marvel. Definitely the like Warbird type costume, but okay. Oh, the back. Oh, look at that. We got a Mr. Fantastic temporary tattoo. Holy cow. All right. Here's the power ratings for Ms. Marvel. This is something that a bunch of folks commented that they miss seeing on the old cards, and I totally agree. It was really fun to compare the stats of your favorite characters with the ones maybe you didn't like. See if your favorite could beat up your friend's favorite. Real name Carol Danvers. Carol was an astronaut who gained superpowers from mysterious alien radiation. Okay, we got Omega Red. Where's the tentacles at, Omega Red? Okay, I guess let's compare him to Carol here. Pretty similar, but Omega Red's got her beat. I kind of have a hard time believing that. That seems like inaccurate stats there to me. But I'm not the power rater, so we got a kind of a not great art of the Scarlet Witch there. Okay, and they gave her some super low numbers. I don't know, are these just randomly picked? Like, I feel like Scarlet Witch gotta be one of the most powerful characters out there. This is a different type of card. Combat X-Men. Right. Combat. Wolverine and Beast versus Juggernaut. Even the combined might of the bouncing blue-eyed Beast and the savage mutant Wolverine may not be enough against the unstoppable evil mutant called the Juggernaut. And then we got Wolverine against Sauron. That's cool looking, although I don't know what is going on with this. Like, why is Sauron flying so close to the ground here? We got Wolverine doing like a low sweeping kick or something. I don't know what's happening. Okay, this is some kind of like a little piece of paper. Oh, okay. Trying to get you to sign up for the Overpower, like a league or something. That's pretty cool. Interesting. It's pretty interesting that there's like actual phone numbers here for all of these. Somebody call all of these and let me know what happens. Like, but beware of, a lot of times these numbers get turned into something illicit. Okay, and then here's our Overpower cards. You can see right off the bat, you can tell they're different card stock. It's sort of thinner. It's closer to like a normal playing card on these things. So there's a rocket launcher with the Punisher just like daintily balancing it on his shoulder there. They should all have the same backs here. It's Marvel Overpower. Yeah, Bishop looking a little weird there. And Jubilee. Blinding Flare. Cool. That's my haul for Louisiana Card Con. I heard through the grapevine they're trying to kind of rebrand to Louisiana Collectibles Con or Collectors Con or something like that. If that's the case, I'll probably have an even better time in the future going to that show. Even though I'm not necessarily the target market for what they have going on, I always find cool stuff, and if nothing else, I have fun walking around and looking at all the cool stuff. So, definitely a cool show, and I hope that they keep them coming. And until next time, everybody be cool.